Peace, peace, peace. What up, family? Shalom. Shalom alaikum. Praise be to the Most High. All right. Blessings to all the moral and righteous of the earth. Something like that right there. I like this right here. Look a little better here. Big ups to all my people down south. And before I get anything started, man, just let me say something. You know, I'm a part of what is known as the, conscious community. But being down south, we don't see a lot, and Southerners are a little bit more laid back in their approach when it comes to spiritualism and things of that nature. Even though they are very spiritualized people, some of them and a lot of very religiously and religiosity as well. But Southern people have a something divine that they have to offer, but for whatever reason, don't like to ruffle the feathers or cause anything that would cause unrest. And sometimes that's a bad thing for us. But in the conscious community, I see the videos on YouTube. New York is a so-called mecca for or a breeding or a hotbed for the conscious movement. If you guys remember back in the day with groups like X-Clan, PRT, Public Enemy, so New York has always been known for that. But right now today, man, what we trying to do and what we need to get established is that there are a multitude of people, in the South, man. We have to get up and we have to stand up and rep and let them know. That's why people are always calling us slow and that we're behind, because Southerners don't step out of their comfort zone to really challenge anything. You know what I mean? Not since the Civil Rights Movement. Since the Civil Rights Movement, okay, and a lot of melanated people like to have a spearhead, somebody that they can follow, okay, which is good. You should have someone that is willing to lead and willing to step out and follow, and willing to accept the blows and the attacks, okay, the verbal attacks, the mental attacks, and even sometimes the physical, even much more. You know what I mean? So, we done had the Martin Luther King movement time then, So, but we're in a different day and age. We're in a day and time where, man, it's much required of men, and a lot of men today are super soft, yo. Y'all don't want to get out of nothing. Y'all don't want to fight nothing. You're scared to go to jail, okay? Your women, deep down inside, your women think that you're soft, yo, because y'all won't stand up for nothing. Anytime a force as great as you, or you think is greater than you, comes at you, you quickly digress, you quickly back up, and you quickly sit your ass down in your chair and rock away and don't say nothing, okay? You must still understand that there's a war going on, all right? Got a little cold, so pardon me, all right? I'm going to show you. I'm going to go back to 1954. Okay, most of you don't know what happened in 1954. For some of you all that do, this is what happened in 1954. Two things I wanted to bring out. 1954 in Japan, they made a movie called GodZilla. All right, cost them $650,000 the first week out. It grossed $2 million. All right, think of nine million or some total. Also, in 1954, what monumental thing took place in America? Okay, go back to your history books, to your school lessons, to what your teachers taught you, the education they gave you. It was the 1954 decision of Brown v. Board of Education, Topeka, Kansas. That ruled that segregation in public schools was unconstitutional. And from that point, the civil rights movement kind of took off. But I'm going to show you the similarities and point out to you, look at it, between GodZilla, okay, and that decision. Because see, everything is all in all, and you got to be able to tie it together so it'll make sense to you. Okay, while people across the world were watching a movie about a reptile called GodZilla, okay, and since when was there a god called Zilla? Okay, figure that out. How did they come up with the title GodZilla? All right, Zilla is a Hebrew word, okay, and Zillah was one of the two wives of Lamech, who was of the line of Cain. Cain, who was the son of Lucifer or Satan, the serpent. Okay, so let's get that understood. Zilla means shadow. It means dark. Okay, God is El. So it meant the dark God or the black God. Okay, now, how did they kill GodZilla? They had one way to kill GodZilla. They had to do what? It was about nuclear warfare. They showed you that in 1954. It was about the nuclear weapons. And what a nuclear weapon does is, a nuclear weapon, if you detonate a megaton or a kiloton bomb, it sucks the oxygen out of the atmosphere. Thereby, the organism dies of asphyxiation or chokes to fucking death. Okay? That's the only reason, that's the only way to kill GodZilla. Okay? And the only way, because we are right now, let's fast forward to now. All right? The rich, the Zionist Jews and Jesuits, okay, the bloodsuckers of the poor, they say that we have created a race of useless eaters. Get that? A race of useless eaters. Not just black, white too. See? Because they have lured you, they have fed you the reptilian mindset. And if they don't teach you this shit in school, all right? They're not going to tell you to go study it. So most of you think it's about going to school, get out of school, go to college, get you a degree, go work for somebody else, get you a 401k, retire and rock away, and then wait on Jesus to come out of heaven and save you. Wrong. All wrong. There's nothing wrong with believing in something greater than yourself, but you must understand that to know thyself is to know what you call God or creator. Because in your own Bible, it tells you you were created in the image of him. All right. So why are you looking outside of yourself for somebody to save you from a situation that you are in and that you have full capability and power to change? Okay. So back to this reptilian GodZilla thing. All right. GodZilla was a movie about nuclear warfare. Okay. And the only way that they could kill him, once again, was to do what? Was to set off a nuclear weapon. But in doing that, the guy who played that part, he had some damn Asian name, don't care to pronounce it, doesn't really mean nothing, okay? So, GodZilla was destroyed by a nuclear warhead, meaning that this is a picture of today. This is how they're going to do it. You think they're going to Mars and they're sending drones up to Mars to figure out and say that there's life up there. Oh, it still all has to go back and relate to the 1954 decision, Brown v. Board of Education, segregation. Segregation, for lack of, suck the oxygen out of the black community. Word life, that's real talk. Since segregation, check your black schools, check your black universities. It has been in decline. Now, I'm not saying that this is the whole, but I'm saying for overall collective, it was a nuclear fucking warhead for us. It sucked the air out of the community. It did exactly what they wanted to do. And we were sitting there applauding and clapping and saying kumbaya, thinking that we had overcame something. No, the reptilian mindset, see? Because you don't know your ancient history. Me too. I was once like that. But guess what? It's never too late to learn in life. And it's never too late to transform your life from nothing to something. If you're content, you're already at a disadvantage. If you are content with the way that things are going now in your community, in the schools that you send your children to, you are in direct violation of the universal law. You're in direct violation of a universal law. Okay? As above, so below. Okay? You say something like this in your churches. As it is in heaven, there shall it be on earth. Do you know the Lord's Prayer? Okay? Now I'm going to run that to you. You can say it like this in Hebrew. Avenu, Shabbat Shemayim, Yikadesh, Semirka, Tarvo, Malkuteaka, Yearse, Rezanka, Kavashemayim, Ken, Baharet, Elekim, Kukanu, Tenlanu Hayom, Uslak Lanu, Okatel Lanu, Kemashaso Kem, Gamanaknu, Lakatel Lanu, Veal, Tevenu, Leade, Nisayom, Kum, Kasunu, Minhara, kilaka ha mamlaha veha givira veha iteferet le olamim selah. That's what the Lord's Prayer is. That's Hebrew. That's music. Okay? That is the reason why your founding fathers of this nation at one time considered making the national language Hebrew. Why? Because it was hidden. And these people, okay, that everybody despises and dejects these days, all right, who they say in your Bible is supposed to be the chosen people of the Almighty Yah. Okay, back to this GodZilla thing.